and it's going to keep happening.
Yeah, I think the main picks that I'm looking for right now, actually, I think Aurora Flex becomes really, really OP, especially for Verdant here. This champion, main answer in the mid lane is that Orianna. And now that that's gone, because it's Fearless Draft, I'm definitely looking at as a potential pickup here in terms of OPs. But YUNARA is open as well. Will that be banned by Los Ratones?
Wait, the Aatrox is open for the
is that a YUNARA B1?
Oh, they leave Aatrox.
Azir instead, so they're going to trade Azir for a YUNARA-esque composition. We'll see. You also have some answers. Some people like to take champions like Kai'Sa into the YUNARA and match scaling and play kind of dive. We'll see how Verdant want to play into that, but Los Ratones, it does sound like a grounding champion to me.
I think this is really good, right? You get your prime combat here on the side of Verdant, and you take that away from Nemesis. Yes, you give up the YUNARA, and look at the support pool. So many engages have now been trimmed off. The Lulu is not a bad possibility later on, as they now deny the Maokai.
They took away the Maokai, and we talked about this. Dunka loves that champion. And now we're running out of options for the jungle as well. Jarvan is out, Pentin is out. The Shinzao, was it already played?
I think, you know, Verdant could do a nasty kind of sequence with an Ivern into the Maokai. I think that's always a potential possibility into tank junglers. I think it could be really, really interesting. It's a good pairing with the Azir. This front to back would be really, really nasty. You know, Verdant are going late game. We decided we're going to go super, super late game. Ornn is open if you want to go that kind of trio as well.
And that's the Verdant style, right? That's how they found their footing in the league when they came in at the beginning. So yes, while their games have been slightly quicker, go back to your roots, go back to peak comfort.
Yeah, big answers into the Azir as well. With the Yone is with the Maokai is the Yone. It's super, super good. It's a super good pairing, as well as having a really good matchup in the side lane versus the Azir.
This might be complicated for Crown in the late game because you need to be close. You're close. You're in range of Sivir and the Azir. You can't kill the Shinzao if you don't step in. So they're building something into the late game as well. I don't know. On the other side, do you pick now for the top lane? Where do you land?
Yone, there it is. Ooh, so the Maokai Yone duo, it's a classic. You ult off of the Maokai ult when everyone lines up in a straight line. And it's a great matchup into the Azir. I saw this one coming a mile away. That's the Nemesis Yone right there.
And we talked about this. I know you and Treats were talking about this previously, that the Yone could be the one now into the banning phase. Maybe from LR, you take a peek at the supports because it's running out of options and you will probably take that first.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously gotta mention the Aatrox, right? We've talked about it, still not been banned, could be locked in. But in the support pool, it's so trimmed, right? Enchanters that work well with YUNARA. I'm looking at the Lulu. Maybe Verdant want to take that away. Comban
usually signals something like a Nico if they want to go down that route. Karma is like one of the best answers into the Nico, so it'll be interesting to see if they picked up as another engaged source. It's not really a reckless thing to do on off-wall, but maybe he will. It's a, you know, I think he said in one of his streams it's a back pocket pick that he could go to. A champion that stands out really, really hard right now for the front to back of Verdant is Ornn. I think there's a world where we see some kind of Ornn pick right here and a counter pick from Baus.
I'm not feeling too confident on that. That SLT is so far away from his comfort pool, and that's what is making me question a bit what you go, because the Ornn is the obvious choice from the front to back, but SLT, I mean, does he not maybe fancy himself on the Aatrox, right? Now that's now left open, and even if it doesn't fit in the comp, the Ornn is just not SLT comfort.
Yeah, and the question is, are we going to R5 Baus or R5 Reckless?
I mean, the support pool, man, it's been so trimmed now. If there's anything good available, you might just want to take it, but no. You blind the K'Sante for Baus. Baus K'Sante?
Baus K'Sante?
Have we seen that before?
I saw it in scrims very early on. If you remember that bit a while ago.
A few examples of this exist.
Very rare. Okay, showing some flexibility. So good signs.
The best answers into K'Sante are Gnar and, of course, his Demon Aatrox. The problem is the range, but there's going to be the Gnar Slam. You just win the 1v1 the side lane. It's a generic answer that gets often picked into the K'Sante right here. And now what do you blind for support? This is the question. With all these bans, the pool is so damn trimmed. Leona remains as probably the only hard engage support that's available.
He does not play Leona, right? We've had many times where I've been on desk, and it's the obvious choice. Tori does not play it. If he locks it in here, he'll be playing something I know at the very least recently he hasn't played a lot of. And Shen is one of his pocket picks instead. So that's the direction he wants to go, because he does not play the Leona.
It's an answer into the Leona too, so you can no longer pick that. I mean, there's a Maokai Blitz combo that you could go toward. I don't think it's that great.
Let's crank. The pool is so thin now. What are you really
an enchanter like Milio into this?
That wouldn't be too bad, probably.
I think you're very, very thin down here.
What is
Ryan cooking? What about his Janna? I'm sure he's digging. There's the Milio.
Yeah, that's the Milio. Yeah, so you get the enchanter, get the extra range. I think YUNARA will really...
Right, well, Trouble, now that your mic's in the right place, terrifying. You really wanted to talk to me about the Yone. Let's do that.
Okay. Last Yone incident for LR was Nemesis tilted off his brains. And there was a whole discussion that went on about Velia not really being able to play a lot of AP champions over in the jungle because Nemesis doesn't really fancy playing certain matchups on the Yone. However, a Yone versus Azir matchup is kind of a tale as old as time. They're literally the same champion. Azir is the AP Yone, and Yone is the AD Azir.
Yeah.
So I feel like right now Nemesis is more than happy to get that Yone in.
Alrighty, well, I think we really should turn our attention towards the bot lane because Crownie has been absolutely smashing this series.
He wants to be MVP, man. That's it.
He wants it. He's got the YUNARA, and I mean, don't just really stats trouble. Come on.
Chovy! All right. Crownie has been, I feel like, one of the most pivotal players for LR. Again, Crownie with a gold lead is an LR that wins the game. We couldn't quite get that stat for you to see how many games LR win officially when Crown is ahead, but take it from me, they never lose when he is.
It's a great stat line to have. I can say that for sure when it comes to a meta where AD carry is often the vocal point.
Yeah.
A lot of the time at the minute again. Feels like it has been a little while since it was the case. But for the time being, early game looks like it's going to be a quiet full clear from both junglers. But as we were highlighting the bot lane, that is where they are both on the way to.
And that's what we want to see. I think we've seen way too much of Danka. He has had first blood or been involved in 100% of first bloods in this series. He has an incredibly high stat of that throughout the regular series and season as well. But he's been using it on SLT topside. And SLT just hasn't actually been able to grow a big enough lead for his team through the kills he's been getting off Danka. So I'm glad to see Danka move towards the bottom side. You know, Sivir not particularly the highest damage champion early, typically wants that 300 CS breakpoint. But you have the Shen, so you have the setup. You could look for some early pressure. And just to take Crownie out of the game, just to take some steam out of him.
Yeah, I'll tell you how this is gonna go, okay? Crown and Reckless are gonna push this lane. Velia is gonna be able to move in, both side river. And Danka's gonna have the Walk of Shame back topside for the other Skull Crowd.
My main concern really is just about how exactly a Devonatory going to lead
he
in
just
this
straight up gets
2v2.
invaded.
Yeah, I mean, Velia actually got the sniper at the Zeka. I mean, it's a great chunk, but that's all it's going to be.
Fleet footwork is there, but in comes the flash into the lockdown. That's going to be the knockup. First blood over to Nemesis.
It's easy. There's not much else to say. Velia's going to pick up this bottom side Skull Crab as well. Danka is going to make that Walk of Shame to the top side. But it's not the way we thought it would, and he's going to get harassed a little bit by Nemesis up there too.
That was, I think, worst case scenario for Danka.
Yeah.
Not only does his mid lane die, he can't walk bot lane, but now I feel like Danka gets a little bit...
He's tilted.
Oh, not the W miss.
He has SLT though. The pressure topside has actually bought him something. Finds the knock up here onto Velia. Arcane smash bang. SLT just jumps forward. Velia, he's going to get chunked out, sent back, and he's going to lose his chickens for it. So Danka, the Walk of Shame, wasn't quite so shameful this time.
I feel like knowing that Velia, knowing that this is happening, he should have pressed B and just went back up on the map.
I was actually curious about whether or not Danka was going to walk up to the Krugs too. Right, he walked back over the wall because he knew that it was there. I was wondering if he was going to wrap all the way back around just because he can see Velia on that camp, but elects not to go for that invade. Looks like he'll just take his topside camps and probably reset after the fact. Bounce is getting very nice straight up here. But he's not going to be able to get a walk down. This is always the problem with these NAR matchups. Immediately, you just kind of get run down after the initial trade.
Cuts shuffling into the face of Nemesis. They're just trading out. I don't think anyone's under real kill pressure, but
It's Azir versus Azir.
it's too early, unfortunately. No one's got Ignite because people don't run that mid anymore.
However, that Vamp Scepter is going to make Nemesis time in lane that much easier.
Yeah.
On your trades, you gain a lot of more that HP back from them. So after that level 3 as well, as SLT and Bausch really go toe-to-toe.
Nice stun, actually. Doesn't quite get him in tower shot range, though.
Waiting for the Q3.
Yeah, missing Q3. Doesn't get the stun on the right range. Could have been close up there. I'm curious, actually, to ask my intelligent people, what are we making of the Shen? What is the Shen's role here for Verdant?
Well, I would typically say that the Shen's role from support is typically to kind of overload one side of the map and then cover the cross map with Stand United. There's other contexts and variables to go with that, but usually that is what you'd like to see. So for the early parts of the game, honestly, you'd like to see Shen stick with lanes to get the XP to hit that level 6 breakpoint, and then he starts to roam a lot more.
That's right. And over on the top side, I actually saw Baus. He was resetting really quickly in case Verdant were actually going to contest that dragon. The second the call was made through that they've got the dragon from the side of LR, they don't need Baus there. He actually stayed in lane and sort of neutralized the wave for himself, and then he's going to head back top side, where now Verdant have swapped their bot lane too.
I think this is a really nice swap though, because they just put Devin in the side lane. He can just hoover up farm. That's what you want on the Sivir. But it does give Crownie and Reckless some plates, gives them some pressure in their lane to play through. And
I don't like this for Gnar though. Like that's the whole point. You're picking Gnar so you can pin down that Cassante in lane and then swapping the Gnar into a double ranged. Unless Tora like here looks for a Nemesis.
Gets out with the Fate Seal, but that was close. And Senkux is constantly finding the trades into him.
And he's going
Gonna
top.
turn it into chicken invade though, that's the main thing. There's teleport coming out
hit his
from
W
Tori
now.
on the top side. Yeah, that time he did hit his W.
Oh, hello.
Can't dive Cassante.
No.
Stage in the game. Too difficult.
W's too strong.
Definitely
Keeps
isn't.
going.
This time, Danka's actually going to go up to the crowd, because unlike the first rotation, Velia will be pushed off here.
This is nice. I feel like Danka has spent the entire series just playing for topside. This time he's playing with where the power is, where the lane pressure is, and actually trying to gain something for himself off it.
That was an insane rotation by Verdant and from Danka right there to invade the crouch, knowing the rotations coming through from LR. But Baus could not join because he had to TP bot since SLT had crashed an entire wave under tower. So Danka felt safe, knowing they have numbers advantage, knowing there's two waves crashing topside tower that LR couldn't get to. So fantastic stuff right there. We want him to be a little bit more active on the map. Verdant rely on that.
Yeah, even though Nemesis has a little bit of free time here to just kind of hover into fog, it's actually very nice lane assignments for the Grubs when you consider that SLT now has that teleport advantage. We're still before 10 minutes, so the TP will be slow. The only issue is that his Mega Gnar bar is obviously ticking down. He's actually fighting Baus now. He's a little bit too chunked out, so maybe that teleport play might not end up happening after all. And Lara taking this opportunity to start the Grubs.
Tora's been a bit of a menace here, trying to just play around that spell, but doesn't actually have Smite to work with. Velia able to get the Smite down and secure one. They got Devin on the flank as well. Tora looks for the taunt, able to make the connection. Half HP, he is chunked out, and that's going to be Crownie with a kill, but the Boomerang Blade answers back in kind. Senkux secures the kill. It's a 1-for-1 as Nemesis inside the pit. Baus is nowhere nearby. He's just going to get chased onto by Danka, forced the flash out. Verdant secure one grub. They're going to turn it into a second grub as well. So the objective for the feat of strength is theirs.
Here's the deal. When a jungler commits their smite for the first Void Grub, that means two things. You either get one and get out, or you get one and look to fight. LR, we're looking for that one Void Grub, they commit the smite, and they look to turn onto Verdant. Verdant respond in kind, which means LR gets pushed out, Velia dies early, no more smite, no more contest, two Void Grubs over to Verdant.
Every time we go mid lane, Nemesis is getting chunked out by Senkux. This is the first time all series where I feel like Senkux has genuinely had like a good grip hold on his lane.
That's zero.
Yeah, he's it.
Yeah, I mean, it will get better with time, of course. This is a matchup that's traditionally picked actually into the Oner, right? So, like it was here.
Yeah.
So, once that Blade Ruin King comes online, once a little bit more sustain becomes available, Nemesis on the side lane is going to be an issue, but of course, that is what the Shen is there to cover for once that Stand United is online.
Baus's build is actually bonkers, by the way. He's got triple chain vest and a cloth armor in his pocket.
Yeah, so I can't remember the exact maths because I saw this nonsense from somewhere.
It was Baus. I saw a clip of Baus doing this on Sion.
Yeah, you could do it on a couple of different shits, like Sion's one, Malphite's another,
Alois does this on Mundo with triple belt.
Yeah, but that's more to do with like the Warmog's breakpoint.
Yep.
It's a little bit more, you know, minutia there. Anyway, main point is there are 3 items that you can build chain vest items out of, and realistically, a majority of the magic damage is just coming from Zeus. So if he's not being hit by the Azir, it's all right.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's stuck in him with SLT, and SLT is slowly going to lose the ability to actually get major damage onto him just because of the amount of resistances he's got. Senkux is getting jumped onto, but Torres in the area finds the taunt on, instant ping back from Nemesis.
I won't say
bit of a light trade.
lose. I won't say lose. Look at his auto attack damage.
Okay, he's actually
It's just W procs. Oh.
I mean, Baus, when he gets in range and hits Q3, he chunks through SLT.
Now he's healing.
Yeah. Yeah. Triple chain vest. Coming to a solo queue game
And
near
an
you
extra
soon.
cloth.
And an extra cloth. That aside, yeah, Cloud Dragon's actually up, but neither team is necessarily postured for it.
-1. And honestly, right now, the only lane match has a somewhat noticeable deficit on the gold is Crownie and Devon. Both of those two, there's a growing deficit
Close your
between the pair
eyes.
of
Who
them.
do you think has the lead? Oh, there you go. Okay.
There you go. Nice. Let's see that. But oh, hold on. We're going to see Baus go for the all-in, but they've got
Shen?
the ultimate coming in from the Shen as Baus goes down. Velia throws the ultimate out. He's not really got any follow-up, but he just flashes into SLT, taking him down. That's bit of warfare secured. I was not ready for that from Velia.
And neither was SLT. Gets caught out. The Andre's burn is what secures that one. And now you have to wonder whether or not that is just going to be second dragon of the game here for Los RATONES. Verdant are here to contest.
Yeah, but Devon is only just resetting from top now. Crownie reset earlier. He's in place to do so. So it's all on Senkuk's Stanker here to make the damage work and secure this dragon.
They don't want it.
They don't want it. Senkuk's is toying with the idea, but Nemesis is going to force Senkuk's to flash away. Crownie gets the slow on. Senkuk's now has to get healed to get away from this one. There was just a complete mix of comms there from Verdant.
Big indecision coming through from Verdant. They know that even when SLT spawned, doesn't have the TP to join, doesn't have the Mega Gnar to join. Devon was all the way on the tops of the map, trying to get his Sivir all fed with all those creeps, and then suddenly Senkuk's walks too close to the sun, gets burned, no flash for the Azir.
And it just feels like this has been the story of so many objective contests from Verdant, where it's just not been on the same page.
Well, that's what they were good at.
I know, it's quite bizarre to see, frankly. Very, very befuddling and to a point frustrating. But LR, again, they don't mind. This game state is perfectly fine for them. Nemesis, 12 minutes in, 13 rather. You have to wonder if he's basing for a blade. He must be a wave or two away. 120 CS and a kill. Must be what he's waiting for down there. And he'll have that certainly by the time the Herald falls.
Shown himself. Torres in the area, so is Senkuk's and Danker. So Nemesis could be a somewhat juicy target, although Danker reveals himself quite early. Nemesis is just going to make the breakaway. Torres looks for the taunt. The Fate Sealed is burnt. I think he could have finished the ward up, to be honest. But in the meanwhile, this is what we've seen time and time again. Verdant attack one lane, and they just leave their ADC to farm on his own, and he gets picked off.
Kind of just felt like there were no real contests down there to actually get the kill. It was kind of impossible with Nemesis having ult available to him and no actual objective that he's going to need that ult very soon for. So it was pretty free from LR to push that mid lane again, put more resources into Crownie. I felt like Devon wishes he had like the warm hug that LR gave to Crownie and just get force fed. Talking about force fed.
They were looking for the dive onto Nemesis. Danker was in a weird position for that. Meanwhile, mid lane, Devon was getting heavily chunked out on the mid side.
Stand United is up in 5 seconds.
Oh, that's
Shen
the bait.
has ult, and I'm pretty sure that's the play that Verdant want to make.
No,
the issue
Danker.
is Velia's here.
No man left
Ilio
behind.
is hovering. Crownie's on the top side basing.
I think Danker got a reset, but he's going to jump in
Here
onto
you go.
Velia. The Stand United has been used. He gets the re-engage. There's the taunt in. They throw down the ultimate
Senkuk.
from Torre on. But Torre's going to break away. Nemesis is able to secure himself a kill onto Senkuk. In the meanwhile, knock-up lands onto Danker. Velia secures himself the double kill. Danker forced to flash away. The Q3 from Nemesis will secure him another kill.
It's a disaster from Verdant, a complete catastrophe, and Senkuk's is left in isolation on the backline as the initial pick is looked onto for Velia.
They just made it too obvious that they wanted to redive Nemesis. Danka is too far in. Reckless pops around. Helps with a lot of the utility. Then Zeka walks back in. Doesn't have the ult. Goes down to Nemesis. I feel like they're underestimating the damage coming through from that Liandry's Maokai. Velia is dominating the map.
And that was the big fight. That's the one where I feel LR finally actually got a better foothold on the game. They're 2,000 gold up, item spikes coming in, double built port. That Liandry's what we talked about has been finished up for a while. You got the Moonstone on Reckless as well. Meanwhile, the Triforce has only just been finished up for SLT. That's his first item.
I have good news.
Go on.
If you're a Verdant fan.
Okay.
All the gold is collected on Mount.
Okay.
Not the worst if you scale, right? Because eventually you will be able to scratch him and kill him. You've got a Sivir, you've got an Azir, you will be able to take him down later on. But right now I feel like they should definitely avoid Velia.
Yeah, he's going to be the big defining factor for this mid game.
You know, for the org that is all about nature, it does feel like nature is playing against them. And I don't think they brought their axe. Velia's Maokai.
Just a boomerang.
Just the boomerang.
Actually, two.
Oh, hold on.
Crownie has popped both.
Cuts getting caught by the face seal, and that is one dead pigeon. They're going to try and chase onto him, but he goes down. Crownie secures the kill. Meanwhile, topside, Velia throws out the ultimate, does make the connection. Q3 lands from Bounce as Velia comes in on the flank. SLT loses Meganar at the worst time. Bounce sits up the dive beautifully.
The team that's supposed to be making cross-map plays are getting cross-map played on both sides of the map at the same time. And LR, it feels like right now just have firm control of this game.
Let's just keep going. They popped up the referral, got one pop on top lane tier 1. They gained the second one on top lane tier 2. This is just pure domination. Nemesis Scorecard can make it out.
Nice taunt into a quick knock-up from Danka. Secures himself the kill. Nemesis going down. Shut down in the pocket of the Xin Zhao.
The flat gold is still traded back, and yeah, not to be a Debbie Downer here, but frankly, the gold's going on to Xin Zhao. Who cares? It's not Azir, it's not Sivir.
And this, I was literally about to say, once again, Devon is just left to play their own game. You've got a scaling ADC, and you're not putting resources into your Sivir. I feel like LR are playing perfectly towards the people they want to play to, where Verdant are not.
This at least feels nice. If Verdant get this dragon, and it looks like they're going to be able to finish it. The fight, however, if it goes LR's way, I can't see them winning many more.
Meganar.
Oh, they're going to chase forwards here. They've got that Meganar, like you said, available. Continue to get it. Absolutely monstrous! Nemesis chasing onto the back. Senkos gets shuffled down. Devon can barely hit from the sidelines as LR crush Verdant in the pit.
Verdant didn't bring their axe, but I can tell you LR brought their shovel. Verdant are being buried in this game 3.
We felt life. We felt life in Verdant in games number 1 and 2, but game 3, they have just fallen by the wayside.
You trying to steal from Maokai when he has Q smite? Are you serious?
It was wrong. It wasn't even the Q, it was just the smite.
I mean, he tried. He walked in Q. Smite?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It honestly doesn't matter. Let's say it as it is. This is pure domination from LR. They have a team that scales fantastically well into the early game. Your pivot is that Maokai when he gets the Leandris. They've used him so well. Velia has been getting down and dirty since the very early stages of this game. And suddenly Nemesis is going to come through online when the second, third item comes through. Crown is going to get there as well. He's already almost there. 4-0, 2K up.
Oh, all out comes in, and that is just going to be Baus going down.
No?
I mean, it was a bit unlike him to not, you know.
You know, like, Baus died, and I think I heard the crowd cheer, like, in a big way.
Yeah, they're quite quiet when they get kills, but when it's Baus, they cheer for it.
Let you know the state of the game at this point, and
It's not looking good, man.
it's not looking good for Verdant, that's for sure.
Let's go optimistic here.
All right.
What have Verdant got?
Drop the question.
They've got scaling, right, in the
Do the
Sigrid
professional
here.
thing, yeah.
What's their conditions?
Well, look, they've got wave clear. I can say that.
Yeah.
That they do.
They've,
They don't have many towers to wave clear under.
yep, that's definitely a problem
point.
that they are running into.
Oh, sorry.
right
We're
now.
being optimistic. Sorry. I'll stop.
Yep, thank you. They can. Okay, great bright side. They can only lose that Akon once.
True.
Right? Like, there's only one of those in the game. And it's up now.
Torres looking at Crownie.
Yeah,
Can't find
he's
him,
just
can't
out.
find
He's
him.
too quick. The slow makes the connection. Baus is also here. Devon, he's just trying to
dead.
fire away. SLT, where are you going? Back to the gray screen. Crownie's damage is absolutely disgusting right now. 5-0 on the YUNARA.
Only one Akon can be lost.
I feel like Verdant, unfortunately, are falling into the Nord trap, where it's like we tried the early game, we tried the late game. Baus is trying to 1v4 at this point. Reckless is there.
Let's see if
He'll
they
just
can get
walk
the
out.
gold onto the right person.
Surely he
or
just walks out.
He just walks it, yeah. He's fine. Atacam secured.
He's not walking out!
Baus
doesn't back off, that would be a coward move. As in jumps Crowning. Torres ripped apart. Velia secures the kill. Verdant melting apart. Double kill for Velia.
It was a bait and switch after all, and it just feels nasty at this point. Cruel. Baus is hanging the carrot in front of them, and they can't even get a nibble.
I feel like it's really refreshing seeing him on a champion that he doesn't usually play, having a build that he doesn't really ever build on any other tank. He's actually building tank, and he knows the limits of the champion, obviously with the backup of his team, until Crowny dives in.
The damage is too
They're
high.
very pleased as well.
Listen to the crowd though. They are so excited.
They know what's coming, as things are.
We've seen it twice before. They've gone 2-0 up, both in Nottingham and in Copenhagen. And they have been able to tie that bow in game 3. They haven't dropped a single game in a finals all year long as Nemesis jumps onto Senkuk. Senkuk shuffles him back, but Nemesis repositions. Torre is here, missing out on the taunt though, but in comes Danker. Nemesis Q3 lined up. He can use it to jump away. He's just holding that bullet until he can fire it. They find the knock up into him, and that should just be enough to secure the kill, but Nemesis is still putting out quite a lot of damage. Senkuk almost goes down, but you left your ADC alone. Devon just about survives.
And yet again, a play on the side lane results into Devon not even being able to walk under his own tower to take the wave crashing in because Alara playing that much more aggressive right now.
Oh no.
An 8,000 gold lead and a tower that's falling.
Teleport's coming in. SLT does get the Nara off. The tower is already down. They're jumping in onto Crowny, but he's got the Milio in the pocket. Baus is going low, but Torre is even lower. The boomerang blades are bouncing around, and that's going to be the end of Baus. So Danker jumps in forwards, trying to see SLT doesn't get the wallop down as Velia just limping away from this play. Verdant are able to get one. Devon gets a good spell shield off, but Velia's damage is too damn high. That tree is just going to solo an ADC. Velia is god-like. Torre next up on the menu for the tree. Run SLT. LR are hunting down the Gnar. No Gnar bar to work with. That's the double for Crowny. LR 10K up.
Velia puts the fun into EU Maokai. Goes, if I'm about to see this Maokai every game, sign me the heck up. Nemesis in trouble.
Caught by the taunt, they've got the redemption to come through. Nemesis Q3 doesn't get him out, but Crowny jumps into the play, taking down the Azir. A kill in his pocket, making a double. Tower's going to be left open. LR, they're in the base.
They're going to get this inhibitor at the bare minimum. Oh, they're going to leave it. They're just going to break over mid-tier 3 instead.
I feel like if they stayed longer, they wouldn't be able to turn around for the Dragon, but now they can. The base is open anyway. They've got the gold. They take the Dragon and play textbook.
Yep, they have a window to reset. And just get a look at this. Baus is tanking the tower. He knows how much damage he can soak up, and once he does fight off a little bit more than he can chew, look at the top side of this fight. Crowny is getting so much work done, and if that Crescent Guard wasn't present from Danker, his health bar would have been melted. I will say it's a lot of Summoner spells exchanged from LR. And maybe, just maybe, if Verdant can find something, just one wombo combo in front of the Baron, they can make work of it. But Velia's just gliding on AP Maokai 1 versus 3.
Whew.
That is nasty.
Well.
That is a nasty amount of damage. 7-1. It's got the Unending Despair as well, so got a fair amount of healing. 3 items in and upgraded boots all the way from the Feet of Strength.
More items than his mid laner. And they're not necessarily cheap items.
No. And Devon on the other side, he's got the Flicker Blades, he's got the Yuntiles, but like, again, it's 2 items, but Crowny is sitting on 4. There is such a deficit between the 2 ADCs. I don't see how Verdant going to be able to push forwards for this one.
Baus is soloing Devon. Baus is soloing Devon.
Oh, Devon, he can't even get close. They have to use the redemption onto him. They are going to try and find a bit of damage off as that's Danker taken out by Nemesis. Baus incredibly low, will get picked up by Devon. Baron may be a little bit harder to take off the back of that, especially with SLT about to gnar out. If he finds a good clip, maybe on the Crowny, maybe on the Nemesis, he's going to be able to do it, but the Fate Seal comes forward. That's the shuffle back. They look for the opening. Crowny is shot down, but Devon is going to get killed up by Velia.
Velia, that's the pick up onto him. Torre dashes away, but they're able to secure the kill in response. A double kill onto Nemesis. Torre trying to blast cone away as he taunts over, smited by Velia for the slow, as Torre's limping away from this one. He is the last member of Verdant standing.
Verdant.
We'll return straight to Baron.
You started last time, Verdant. All right. So Verdant found the right targets, right? But it's too little too late. They do not have the items because there's too many carries on the side of LR. So you take Baus out first, which is their front line, fantastic. But then you have Crowny, then you've got Nemesis, and then they'll take out Crowny. But then Velia is there, and Nemesis dives in.
Oh, LR still on this Baron.
Danker's not going to get close.
Not
He's got
TP
smite.
for Zenkax.
Torre's
has
got
smite.
smite. Nemesis knows it, jumps over. Danker's trying to play nuisance. 3,500 HP. Nemesis jumps over the wall onto Torre. Torre just puts up the W to keep himself alive as SLT firing away, but Danker's too heavily chunked out. Taunt comes in joins Crowny into the fray. Bao secures the kill. Torre gets a redemption heal, but I think Crowny is going to cut through him like butter. The taunt will not keep him alive, and that will be Baron in the pocket of Los Ratones. Once again, the gold lead is too big, and Verdant are staring down the barrel.
Even in a moment like this, LR, with the lead that they have, showing a monumental amount of discipline and not giving Verdant an inch.
I mean, the previous fight looked scary. I think it was an item diff that Verdant didn't win that fight after they caught Baus. So give nothing away if you're LAR. Again, textbook play so far around all neutral objectives. They've got the extra soul that makes them even more tanky. And I feel like right now is as easy as get pressure on 2 lanes, open up the base. I mean, half of it is already open, right? Find the strugglers, get whoever's overextended, and end the game.
All right, well, looks like Danker dodging away on the Fate Seal. We see SLT throw the Gnar down. Velia throws his ult. Doesn't actually make a connection onto anyone, but Danker's going to get picked up by Crowny. In jumps Baus on to Zenkax. Crowny goes forwards as well. Oh, my word! Where did Devin's health bar go? Double kill for Crowny as he's chasing onto Torre and Zenkax. The shuffle back. That's going to be the triple. Velia secures himself a kill off the back as well as Reckless takes down SLT. Only Torre stands. LR with Baron, with minions inside the base. I don't think Verdant have a foothold here. There is no hope. Towers will crumble. They've got the waves. LR 3 times they are going to take the NLC. 3 times in 3-3-0s. These guys are unstoppable.